In this video, I'm going to talk about how to stay positive without spiritual bypassing. Now, you've probably heard the term spiritual bypassing being used a lot in the spiritual community lately, and it really refers to when anybody uses spirituality or any spiritual practices such as meditation or affirmations as a way to avoid their feelings, their stuck emotion, their trauma, their shadow aspects, any part of them that needs healing or integration. Spiritual bypassing refers to when you use any spiritual practice as a way to bypass it and to not address it. So in this video, I want to talk about how you can still be a positive person and not spiritually bypass. Because for me, I believe that being positive is like a superpower. It's really something that is essential to living a good life. Your external reality is a reflection of your internal reality. And if on the inside you don't feel good, then your external world's going to reflect that. Whereas if you do feel positive and you do love life and you genuinely feel good about life, your whole reality will become a manifestation of that. Now, it seems like spiritual bypassing and positivity are two polar opposites sometimes, because what people do is people who spiritually bypass tend to really move towards positivity, and you should only be positive and feel good and all this kind of stuff, which is an amazing attitude when it's not at the expense of doing the inner work, doing the shadow work. You see, to be a truly positive being means that you must face your shadow aspects. You must address your inner world. You must be able to allow healing within yourself by facing the most frightening parts of you. Because to be a truly positive person means that you have walked the path of going through all of that. And you can feel this in people's energy. You can really tell when somebody is truly positive, truly at peace, or when somebody is just covering up their pain with positivity on the outside. And the way to be positive without spiritually bypassing is to not spiritually bypass. Now, I know that sounds really simplistic, but do the inner work. Face your shadow side. Do your meditations, do your affirmations, and allow them to be a vehicle through which more of your stuff arises when it's ready, and then face it, address it, give it the space to heal. Move towards your pain. Because once you start coming to peace with all of the elements of life, both polarities, both joy and sadness, when you're at peace with them both and you're willing to embrace them both, only then can you be truly positive. Because no part of you is then pushing against that positivity. You're not saying, I love life, life is great, and then inside you're really, freaking out and feeling like so scared of being here. When you go inside and you be with that part of you that's afraid and you give it the space it needs to heal and integrate, then when you say, I love life and I love being here, that part of you is going to be on board with that. But that kind of congruency within you only comes from addressing the parts of you that are afraid to be on board with you living a really positive life. So really, the way to be positive without spiritually bypassing is to know that going through your pain, through your shadows, through your challenges is the way to be truly positive. Choose a positive attitude, because when you do, everything unlike it will come up to the surface. So if there are parts of you that feel extremely negative about life, they will surface as soon as you choose to be positive. Use that as your opportunity to address them, to be with them, and to allow them to heal and integrate. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, because I'm somebody who loves being positive. I think that positivity creates an incredible world, but I'm only able to be this positive now because I've done so much shadow work within myself. Prior to that, I was really quite a pessimistic person. I was full of love. I wanted nothing but joy and happiness, but I just had so much like trauma, so much baggage that was built up throughout my teenage years, my childhood, and young adult life, that I really had to go through a long process of, gradually over a few years of doing a lot of deep shadow work, and I still do it till today. My attitude is face everything that comes up. Be with your pain, be with challenging emotions when they come up. And now I bring such a positive attitude towards that. I welcome my pain, I welcome challenging emotions. So it's really, to me, really the only way to be a positive person and attract a positive life is by having a willingness to bring a positive attitude to doing shadow work, to facing your emotions, to going inside and seeing what parts of you need you, where your inner child is still afraid to grow up and needs you to reparent them. So yeah, leave your thoughts below and let me know what you think and what's your experience been with positivity? What's your experience been with doing the inner work?